All right, good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, let's wake up. Okay, a couple of things I always say, no matter what kind of seminar I'm doing, is that this is not a classroom. Looks like a classroom. We have desks, we have notes, we have authority figures in front of the room. This is not a class. Dude, where did you get the glasses?
Key West.
Key West. Okay, like I was saying, this is not a traditional classroom. This is not about memorizing. This is not about taking notes and demonstrating to me how smart you are. I already know you're smart because you paid money to be here and listen to me, so I know you're smart. But rather, this is about experience and comprehension and real using of skill. So, just because it looks like a classroom doesn't mean it's a classroom. My expectation is that you will all be active participants. To the extent that you are active participants and that you are awake and giving back, I'm going to be a great teacher. I'm going to be alert. I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be giving you everything I've got. If, however, you were to sit there like bumps on stumps, then I'm going to be very aggressive, nasty, mean, and generally intolerable for the entire weekend, and you don't want that. Correct? So the first thing I need is I need verbal feedback. Like, yes. Let's practice.
Yes.
And?
No.
That's right. Very good. You're going to be doing things in this seminar. I'm going to actually ask you to go out into the world and do things that may be unfamiliar, that may feel a little ooky, a little spooky. And that, of course, is what I'm aiming at. To the extent that you are uncomfortable this weekend, I am doing my job. So, now this is a seminar on what? What did you come here to learn? I'd like to find out. What do you guys want to learn? Is Gino here yet?
Yeah.
Where is he? Okay.
He's seminar exam.
Okay. What did you want to learn?
Psychic influence and persuasion.
Okay, well, what does that mean to you? What does it mean, psychic influence? Does that mean we're going to dress up like Madame Fortuna in flowing robes and carry a crystal ball and put up a neon pink electric sign with a palm and say, your future read here? What does it mean to you?
I don't know. I think just being able to get along better with people.
Well, that's Dale Carnegie, win friends and influence people. Just get along better with people. That's okay. That's a pretty wussy, if you don't mind my saying so. Hang on a minute.
Get more of what I want out of a relationship.
There you go. Get more of what you want out of the relationship than get out of the relationship. I'm being funny here, but I'm also being serious because one of the things we're going to show you how to do, one of the major parts of magic, is to clearly form a statement of intent. To formulate your statement of intent so you know what it is you're aiming your will and your energy and your imagination at. You've got to know how to do that. So listen to people's language. People will tell you more with their language than they know about themselves because your brain works faster than you think. Do you understand? Or are you sure you understand? What does it mean to understand as opposed to have an overview? And you're not really sure what I mean by that. But a little bit of confusion is the start of magic, because magic can be about embracing the unfamiliar, embracing what makes you completely uncomfortable, and getting you off autopilot. So let me ask you again, what do you want to get out of my seminar? How would you like to benefit from this seminar? What would you like to do to make your life different, better? I'm putting you on the spot because I want you to stay in that zone of feeling uncomfortable. That zone of feeling uncomfortable that you've been running from is exactly where the magic is in your life. You've been running from it, but this is where magic is because you're standing on the edge of what you don't yet know. And I want to train you and everyone in this room to get to the point where you embrace where you're uncomfortable, because that's where you have room for change. It's telling you you're about to get off autopilot. Hey, Jim, how are you? I don't want you to be comfortable. I want the room to be comfortable for me. I want it to be cool and nicely air-conditioned. Hint, hint, hintity, hint, hint. So I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to do this to every single one of you. So all of you, he's going to call on me. Yeah, that's a nice magical state. You can use that. Yeah.
I want women to like me for more than just ordinary friends.
You want women to like you for more than just ordinary friends, okay? So they want you as an extraordinary babysitter. See, you're namby-pambying and skipping around. By the way, there are females in the room. I don't care. Say what you want. What do you really want?
Sex with beautiful women.
Okay. I want to say, can you just say, I want to?
I want to
Fuck many beautiful women. There you go. Write that down. That's part of your statement of intent. It is my will. Write down, it is my will. If you're offended by the language of the concepts, there's a way out of that offense. If you're feeling offended, I want you to stay with that. Good. I want to offend people. I want to make people uncomfortable, because that means you're right at the edge of what you're used to. You're right at the limits of your model, of the way you've been used to doing things. So here's the thing. If you're feeling offended, if you're feeling uncomfortable, that's wonderful. It means you're right at the edge of what you're used to. You're right at the edge of what you think is acceptable. That means your model of everything that really hasn't quite gotten you where you really want to be is shaking at the seams. That's what I want to do. That's a magical act. It's also fun for me. When I was a little kid, the best magician I knew, the best little wizard, was my mother. Because when I was like 7 years old one morning, I was smarting off to her, as I still do. My mom's now 79 years old, and I'm still smarting off to her. She shook her finger at me. She used to shake her finger like this, not like this. This was when I was being bad. She wanted me to knock it off. This is when she was putting in a lesson. So she had her own little magical gesture. You know how magicians have these magical gestures? Well, we use it all the time anyway. What do mothers do when they're angry at children? How do they shake their fingers? See? Here's a finger being shook. Here's a finger being shook. Here's a finger gesture. There's a finger gesture. Right? These are magical gestures. If you define a magical gesture as any movement that induces a state or a change in someone else's consciousness or in your own, do we have them? Is that a magical gesture? Will that induce a state change in some people if you do it? Huh? How about this? How about that? Okay? The line between what we do all the time anyway and magic, as it is in books by wizards in big conical hats and stirring this cauldron and witches riding broomsticks. It's just a different set of symbology glued on it. We're doing it all the time anyway. So, let's get back to you, sir. I want you to write, it is my will to. It is my will to. I want you to really emphasize that F. Fuck. Many beautiful women. Now watch this. I'm going to play with him. See, this is a very interactive seminar. By the way, some of you are probably having a little abreaction. Some of you are probably remembering when you were in school and you were waiting for the teacher to call on you and what a nervous experience that was. Good. I want you to fully get into that fear and anxiety. I'm serious, because I want you to be aware of your responses. Because for me, another version of magic is being able to have choice in all your responses and to get off of autopilot. And we're going to talk about autopilot, the curse of the autopilot. This morning and this entire first day is going to be about you, changing you. The next 2 days are going to be about influencing others. Because unless you have choice in what you want to do, then your influencing of others is just going to be an automatic response. You're just going to be doing it more powerfully. You're just going to be getting a lot more of what you used to get, only a lot quicker and with much worse consequences. Does that make sense? Like if you have a nervous twitch and you do that and suddenly make your arm able to exert 1,000,000 pounds of force, you're going to be knocking down walls instead of just giving yourself a black eye. Does that make sense? How many here are speed seduction students, by the way? Fess up. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're a speed seduction student?
I have your audio.
You do?
Yeah, and I hear it my son.
And?
One day he called me, I had a girl with him, and he says, Mother, I think I should be reading more of your literature.
Your literature. That's a cool mom to give your kid a speed seduction thing. Good. How'd you hear about it?
Through various NLP people they sent me to the website and they were interested in it, saying,
NLP people, were they saying like I'm a monster dripping slime?
oh, no, that you take the material and use it very well for this one.
So we're back on you. I haven't forgotten. Okay, it is my will to fuck many beautiful women. Okay, here's the question. I'm going to show you a little magic technique where you can get that right now. Okay? Okay, now you go down to Puerto Rico, you go down to Las Vegas. These are magical tickets that will enable you to have that experience. Well, think about it. Okay, isn't magic weird? Oh, come on, who believes in pentagrams, right? And signs of the devil and all that. I mean, that's ridiculous. We wouldn't do that. We're modern Americans, right? Wait a minute. It's a piece of paper. What makes it something? What makes this something, this piece of paper, right, that would allow you to have your little magical wish? It's got funny little symbols on it. It's got a building, and it's got, if you look at $1, this is a 20. Who's got a buck? Anyone got a buck they can loan me? Talk about active faith. Give me a buck. Give me that. Come on. Come here. Look at these funny little symbols. It's got a pyramid with a secret eye on it. Do you see that? And it says, Annuit Ulcipitus Novus Ordo Seclorum. He has smiled on our endeavor, New World Order. Ooh, that's pretty scary. It's got a bird with arrows, clutching arrows. It's got stars. What the hell is this? It's a piece of paper with symbols, but the symbols make it worth something of value. Ooh. Why can't you do that? Why can't you just get a piece of paper, draw some symbols on it, and have people accept it? Oh, you don't know. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe because a bunch of people haven't gotten together and agreed that it's worth something. Hey, wait a minute. You mean a bunch of people got together, took useless paper, stuck symbols on it, and got everybody to agree that it's valuable and there's no such thing as magic? Interesting. Since it's only a piece of paper of no real value, I'll just keep it. No. You are forgetting the dollar. Okay. So, why don't you just go pay for prostitutes? I'm serious. You haven't totally formulated your statement of magical intent well yet, because you could go pay for prostitutes. For all I know, you have.
I agree.
So, see, look, now I got him. See, I'm forcing him through the power of my obnoxious personality to begin to clarify. Why don't you just go pay for prostitutes?
That's not the kind of woman I want.
That's not the kind of woman I want. Okay. Well, you just said beautiful women. So?
I need to focus in more.
You need to focus in more, or maybe you need to focus more broadly. I like to pick on people. You're feeling uncomfortable, aren't you? But through the discomfort, you're getting some clarity, aren't you? So maybe discomfort isn't something to run away from. Maybe. Maybe it is. I don't know. There's certain kind of discomfort I would run away from. If someone had Ebola and they were coughing and bleeding and running up to give me a big friendly hug, I'd shoot them or I'd run. Would you like me to stop talking to you now and pick on someone else?
That'd be all right.
Yeah. And see, he sits in the back of the room, right? Like no one's going to pick on me. Wherever you're sitting, I know where you are and I will pick on you. Okay. So, no, seriously, I'm going to stand back over here. Notice if I stand back over here, you can breathe a little bit better? Huh?
Yes.
I know exactly where I need to move to watch him get nervous again. I know where the spot is. You want to see where it is? This is fine. I don't impinge on him here. He's a little wary if I get to right here, but it's okay, right? But if I go to right there, that's where the problem starts, right? Yeah, because that's where our little energies are bumping up, and mine is stronger than his. But if I'll just step back here. Okay. See, and now he leans back. He's more comfortable. It starts out right from the... Yeah, you have a question?
No.
What are you watching?
Watching how you figure it out, where you stand.
Anyway, so I'm going to pick on you for one more minute, and then we're going to go around the room and pick a little bit more. But, okay, so I want to fuck many beautiful women, put a condition on it. Who, what's the experience going to be like for them? I want to fuck many beautiful women who, I have a guess, will willingly and openly embrace me because they are totally turned on by me. Would you like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you could say I would like to fuck many beautiful women who will do it out of pity for the fact that I'm such a loser. I'm serious. If you don't do it, you got to do that. So you got to formulate that statement of intent. Am I offending you? Am I offending you? I'm going to try harder. See, offending people. My mother, anyway, the story about my mother. She shook her finger at me and she said, "You're going to grow up to be an iconoclast." I said, "I'm 7 years old. What the fuck do I know about? I know Bugs Bunny." I go, what's that? She said, "An iconoclast is someone who goes around kicking over other people's idols." I went, "Cool, yeah, I want to be that." And so here I am. So, maybe you want to change your statement of intent to, I want to fuck many beautiful women who willingly and eagerly embrace me because they are totally turned on by me. Is that right? So, do you like that? So write that down. See, when you consider your statement of intent and it involves other people, consider what their attitude is going to be towards it. Do you remember the old Twilight Zone episodes where the guy's granted 3 wishes, and whatever he wished for, it turns out to be horrible? Like he wishes he could be respected and admired and feared, and it turns out he's Adolf Hitler in the bunker. Okay? You got to watch how you formulate your statement of intent. Now, the funny thing is this morning, a lot of times when I teach, I know where I'm going and I have notes and stuff, but a lot of it also is a free form kind of thing because I know I let things in the environment affect me. This morning when I got up, I looked out the window and I felt how cool it was in the room because I had the air conditioning on. I thought, damn, how much of this city, Orlando, is built on the power grid? Think about that, because this is a city that sucks a lot of power. It not only requires air-conditioned rooms for a good portion of the year for a zillion tourists, right? But it also takes a lot of water. Those tourists use a lot of water, and you look around, they have lakes, they have water fountains. You have, where is Disney World? It's here.
It's down about 5 miles to the right.
But it's here, right, basically. And you have SeaWorld and you have Universal Studios. Those attractions suck a lot of power. Attractions suck a lot of power. Now, okay, so I thought, wow, so much of this town uses power for conditioning. You're conditioning the air, conditioning the environment. But how many people stop when they get up in the morning to condition their mind and condition their energy? Right? How many people turned on the air conditioning in their rooms when they got in? How many people use the air conditioning in their rooms today in the hotels they're staying at? But how many, keep your hands up if you use the air conditioning. How many of you conditioned your mind when you got up this morning and your energy to make you really ready to learn? Or you did some kind of ritual to condition yourself to learn? Good for you. Are you in the seminar? Come on in and be embarrassed that you're late. Find a seat. Don't step in front of the camera. Check in with the gentleman here in the suspenders. So, sometimes magic is about conditioning your intent and your energy. So, does this, now look at it, look at your statement of intent. Does this seem a lot more like what you want? Yes. Okay. All right. That eliminates the need to use these little magic symbols, right? One of the points I'm going to be hammering on today, and probably for the rest of the weekend, is what we do anyway all the time doesn't have much difference from traditional magic with, I don't know what imagery is conjured up in your mind when you think of magic, witches and goblins and magic wands and genies and all that stuff. But a lot of the way we operate psychologically and socially is based on those things anyway. I want to show you how that works. Okay. Let's pick on somebody else. Statements of intent. I'll get to you sooner or later because I can't ignore you forever. Yeah, you. Why are you here? What do you want? What do you want to learn? What do you want to get out of my seminar?
To increase my skills at persuasion.
To increase your what?
My skills at persuasion.
Your skills at persuasion. You want to increase your skills of persuasion. So guess what? If you get 1/100th of 1% better, you've reached your goal. Is that what you want? That's it? You just want to get 1/100th of a percent better, and you're done?
Well, no. It continues to improve that.
Okay. So you want to continually get 1/100th of a percent better.
Very fast.
Very fast. Okay. So, see, you're telling me how fast you want to proceed, but you're not telling me where you want to aim it at. Do you understand? So what would you do if you had let's say I have a magic wand, and if you rub my magic wand, let's say I have a magic lamp, and if you rub my magic lamp, you get what you want. Is that what you want? Increase in order to do what? What is the end result that you want to have?
I'm in sales, so I guess to help me out with my sales business.
Help you out with your sales business to...
I sell products, internet products.
No. First of all, you do not sell products.
Sell myself.
Yes, but you also, more than anything else, you sell feelings in the other person. That's what you sell. But that's another seminar for another person to teach, maybe me another time. So where do you want to go with it? What do you want to be able to do with it? See, I know I'm going to mess with you because I know a huge change that you need. I can see it. I can see it with how you plan. Okay? And see, the thing is you talk to yourself on the inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just did. How well do you envision things? Do you use your visual sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is, you know how you talk to yourself on the inside? When I ask you this next question, don't talk, but just envision. Where do you want to go with your skills? I want you to, no, don't talk to yourself. Get a vision of where you would like to be. Okay, you got that? Do it again. Get a vision of where you'd like to be. Ding. Okay. Now that you got that vision, now tell me. Allow that vision to translate into words. Where would you like to go?
I was actually just thinking about, I was driving down Las Olas Boulevard, and I saw these houses with these huge boats on them.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get...
Okay. Now, you see the houses with the huge boats inside them? Take a deep breath. Lean forward, close your eyes, and now lean back again, but this time when you open your eyes, you're inside the house looking out at your boat dock. Now, does that feel a little bit more motivating to you than simply talking to yourself and saying, I want to increase my skill at sales? Yes? Does it? Okay, we're going to do that's a new one. We're going to do a little thing called leaning into your dream. Would you remind me? Would you write it down? I just come up with this stuff. I think part of magic is knowing how to use your internal apparatus to really formulate what it is you want. If you're only talking to yourself, well, yeah, I think I'd like to do better. What does that mean? Do better than what? Also, the problem with saying, I want to do better, it means you have to make reference to what you used to do. So what you used to do still has some power over you. Does that make sense? If you say, I want to play baseball 20% better, you have to look at your previous performance. So instead of just moving straight forward, you're doing this, and then this, and then this. You're always checking the rear view mirror. Once you check the rear view mirror and you've learned all the lessons you need to, then you don't need to check. Does that make sense? Okay. Hey, where are you? You're like, what were you thinking?
I was formulating my sentence.
Were you?
Yeah.
Don't jump ahead.
I was looking down to formulate my sentence.
I don't know. What's over there?
Just
Some over there?
red, pad.
I just see carpet, and pretty crappy carpet, too. Okay. What's your name?
Cristiano.
Have we met before? No, you're a friend of his?
He is now.
Oh, okay, he is now. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Italy. Sono americano, non parlo italiano.
You do? I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
When I got here, I thought I...
Did you come from Italy?
Yes, I did.
You flew all the way from Italy?
Yes, I did.
Stronzo. What? You came from England? Oh, blighty. I'll be there in June. Right. You going to come to that?
If I can afford it, I will.
Right, yes. You came from Italy?
Yes, I did.
Dude, I want to say, I think the Italians have the world's best eye for design. I'm serious. They make the best shoes, the best clothes, the best furniture, and the best warships. Italian warships look gorgeous. I don't know if they can fight worth shit, but they're beautiful. If there's ever a war, I want to be on the Giuseppe Vicente, whatever it is. It's like this gorgeous Italian cruiser. I mean, it looks beautiful. I don't know if it works at all, but they have the best looking Navy in the world. Go ahead.
So I was thinking about what my intent was.
Yes.
And I wrote it down, actually, when Yates was talking. And it was to be more free and have good influence on others.
Being more free than whom?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That
To be
you made me
more,
think about it.
listen to this. To be more free, I like it. And
Have good influence on others.
Okay, I like it. To be more free than whom?
Than what I feel I am.
Okay. Listen to this. I like it. It's good. But to be more free than who you are.
I feel I am, yeah.
Okay. To be more free than... Well, how will you know when you're there?
That's a good question. I was thinking about that.
How will you know when you're
others.
there? Because if you want to be more free than who you are, then what you're doing is you're feeling great, and you have to look back and go, well, what about yesterday? You understand? You have to constantly look back.
You're right.
If you were incredibly free, instead of saying more free than you are, making reference to the past, I want you to make up a word. I want you to make up a word, a made-up word, that represents that state of freedom that you'd like to have. Like if you were more mumbly-peg or more gagagably, if you were gabagabagly free.
Lovably unique.
Huh? What?
Lovably unique.
Lovably unique? Unique.
I say unique.
Lovably uniquely free. Okay. Okay. If you were to step into that space of being lovably uniquely free, what would be different? What would you be able to do that more of or differently? How would you know it?
I would know it because I would constantly feel a state of peace of mind.
Constantly feel a state of peace of mind.
And I would be in a state that I could actually understand myself and other people better.
Okay. For now, I'll let that. That's great. I liked it. Bello. You've been to a seminar before? No, but you look very familiar. I'm looking at this boy. Are you afraid of me? You will be.
No, yeah.
You will be. How'd you hear about this?
I've had some of your materials for a while.
Oh, speed seduction stuff.
Yeah. Follow you on the net, the list.
Oh, Cool. What, on my email list or just on the internet?
Well, the general one.
Cool. Good. I'm glad. Well, welcome. Who else do I want to pick on? Jim, do you have your statement of intent?
One is to have a positive influence on other people and to be able to have sex with beautiful women who are attracted to me.
I like it. Okay. I like it. What's your name?
Rika.
How did you hear about this?
From my friend.
Who's your friend?
Asa.
Where? Oh, okay. Where are you from?
From Japan.
Did you come all the way from Japan for this? Are you serious? Jesus Christ, this is crazy, man. This is really nuts. What city in Japan?
Wakayama.
Where is that?
It's downstairs to the Osaka.
Oh, okay. I know a little Japanese. Are you ready? Sarumo kikara ochiru? Sarumo kikara ochiru? Yeah. How do you say even monkeys fall out of trees? Sometimes the monkey. How do you say?
Kara ochiru.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Sarumo kikara ochiru. And I know. Anata wa kirei desu.
That's you are saying you are beautiful. Thank you very much. You just don't mean it. You are just saying it.
How do you know? How do you know that I don't have the magic of altering my consciousness? Yes, I did. I looked right at you. I know. I looked right at you. How do you know that I don't find you're challenging me to be very attractive? How many women do you think, ooh, got her? For a moment, she went into a state. You see that? She shifted state. For a moment, that was a state of considering something she never thought of before.
I was looking over there.
But you were thinking, wait a minute, he might be telling the truth, and I got you. And that's a magic moment, a moment of getting someone to consider something they never did before. That's magic. And that's your sound to get into the magic state. What?
You are very good.
I know. I am very good. I've been doing this a while. Otherwise, I'd go to law school. All right. Well, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. I'm too much of a pro. Good. Well, welcome. I'm flattered. I'm honored that you would come that far. How long's the flight?
First of all, from Kansai Airport to San Francisco Airport.
Yeah, that's about 8 hours.
Takes between 8 to 9. No, 9 to 10 hours.
I wouldn't fly. I wouldn't drive an hour to see me. I mean, wow. I don't have to. I'm here with me all the time. That's amazing. And you heard about this through. And you're one of my SS students, right? And where are you from?
Pakistan, but I live in San Francisco.
Okay. Okay. So how do you know her?
We used to go out.
No, from where? But where? In what city did you go out?
Just from San Francisco.
San Francisco. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. And you live at UC Berkeley now?
I was graduated.
And where do you live now?
Berkeley.
Okay. Are you on the SS list?
Yeah, but for some reason I got kicked off.
How'd that happen?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, write down your email address. We'll have you I'll call Riker and have him resubscribe you immediately. Okay. This is so cool. I can't believe this, man. We got the UN here. Anyone else from another country here? Okay, where are you here from?
Well, I moved to the United States from Kenya about 10 years ago.
Okay, but where did you did you fly in here?
Yeah,
San Jose. And how about you? You're from England? You came from England for this? That's insane, man. I guess Orlando has lots of cheap flights. Well, everyone who's from the United States, get up and leave. Okay. So we're going to get back to formulating statements of intent because this is a very important part of doing ritual. Just as an introduction to how I teach, I wanted you guys to get some idea. But who else? What else did you come here specifically to learn? What really got your attention? Gino, because you already know a lot of this stuff, so why are you here? What do you want?
Well, like you said, I already have everything I need to get the results I want.
Right.
What I want to do, however, is increase consistency, fast.
Be more consistent. And what else?
Increase the speed, increase the
Consistency, speed, precision.
Right, and finally become enlightened within this life.
Okay. Consistency. So I want you to really think about being more consistent with these skills. Speed. I want you to think about being quicker with these skills. What was the next one? Consistency, speed. What else? Precise. So consistency, speed, precision, enlightenment. And if you could find all of those in one place, well, that'd be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? It would be like a source of everything that you need to feed at. So a little bit of advanced sneaky anchoring for those of you who are watching. Yeah, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? So I wouldn't suggest there's a way that you could formulate yourself having them and then create an anchor for yourself to remind yourself to have that. But never mind. You can leave now. You're done, people. Okay. Anyone else? What are you here for? What do you want? What do you want to get?
Well, I had formulated a sentence, but that isn't really it. The sentence I said is my will to be a more powerful magnet for clients and to increase my ability in assisting those clients achieve their goals. But what I really want.
What do you really want? What do you really?
In terms of my ability to receive and send information.
Receive and send information? So why don't you switch to AT&T from Verizon? What does that mean? Okay, first of all, look at me. I know what you really need because you've demonstrated it here in the last 20 minutes, and you just demonstrated it here. You're going to come out of this seminar a much more changed person than you thought. But okay, tell me what you think you want.
Well, I have on various occasions been able to communicate messages to clients on the phone without saying a word.
Excellent.
In other words,
I believe you.
I got into the eyes of this guy and I could see what he was seeing, and I said, you're in Madison, Wisconsin. And he said, because I was seeing this green grass going down to a lake. And I said, yeah, he says, I just bought this big old house on a hill over from the lake. And then I just thought, okay, you want to open an account, And I was
what do you do? What's your business?
Well, right now I'm a trading coach. I teach traders all over the world.
Traders, like the guy who sold out the FBI, or
not traders, traders.
Traders in what?
Trade currencies, stocks, commodities, bonds, working banks.
Right.
He didn't make this time, and I would give him messages. Finally, I would fill out the papers. I said, fill out the papers. I got to fill out the papers. I said, get a stamp. But I didn't say it. He said, I got to get a stamp.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I have only, that was one time. But if I could do it once, I could do it another time.
Let me ask you a question. So, you're talking about trading what, stocks or trading real estate, or I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm not playing with you. I'm just curious. Okay. Let me ask you a question. How strongly do you trust your ability to formulate good, accurate opinions? How strongly do you trust your own ability to think for yourself?
Very strongly.
Very strongly. Okay. How strongly do you trust your ability to think for yourself outside of this specialized field of knowledge of trading stocks?
Very strongly.
Very strongly. Okay. When you really, 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 sometimes you really, really trust your opinion is solid. You really trust your opinion. You trust your opinion's pretty good. Sometimes less so. Sometimes there's more elements of risk. Sometimes it's absolute certainty. This is a good decision. So when it comes to being able to influence someone silently without saying something, can you do it more when your own trust is here? Or is it more when your own trust is there?
I had to experience it. I don't know.
You don't know.
I suspect.
What do you suspect? Okay, that's what you suspect, huh? Huh. Okay. We're going to get back to you. Well, are you writing shorthand?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty cool. It looks almost like Hebrew. Okay. You. What do you want?
When I set out to influence people.
What?
When I set out to influence people.
Hold the mic. Yeah.
I don't know when it's going to work, and it takes a lot of energy, and it works more often than it doesn't, but I want it to take very little energy, and I want to know when it's going to work.
You want to influence people without it taking a lot of energy.
And I want to know why, because I don't know why.
You want to know why what?
It's sort of, I do it without really knowing what it is I'm doing.
Huh?
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Okay. Like when I'm trying to persuade someone, what happens is that I wind up spending a lot of energy, and I don't know exactly what it is I'm doing.
Yeah, I know why. There's a piece you're missing.
Okay.
Okay. We'll take care of that. But see, the piece that you're going to get out of this, I hesitate to tell you, because then if I tell you, it won't be your own learning. But through doing these exercises, you're going to learn what you need to learn. Okay? And he showed me what you need to learn just for what we were doing. People will show you in their micro little pieces of behavior reflect the overall thing that's going on. They'll give themselves away if you know what to look for. And people always say to me, how are you so good at doing all that change work? And here's one of the secrets I'll tell you is, it is not, on me, there you go. One of the secrets to doing the change work, it's not the things you do to do the change, it's knowing what to notice. Knowing what to notice is a huge part of it, and knowing how to notice it. That's a huge part of it. It's 99% of it. All right. Who else? Who else do we want to get to? We can get to everyone. It's a small group. Yes, sir. I'm just curious. This is not a joke, because I want to know. And you're from Kenya?
Yes.
What's the native language in Kenya?
Well, there are many different tribes. I'm from the Meru tribe.
And what's the...
And the national language is Swahili.
Like Swahili?
Yeah,
Okay.
the language they used in the movie The Lion King.
Okay, that's what I thought. Are there other African nations that use Swahili? Is it pretty broad spread?
In East Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya. And they've been trying to make it actually a common language amongst most of the countries. But then, like Kenya used to be a British colony, so they teach English in schools there.
Right.
If you go to West Africa, some of the countries there were French colonies.
Right.
So you
Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
Ivory Coast.
Yes. So, you find them, French-speaking West Africans. Nigeria used to be British, so it's English influence.
Okay. What would you like to get? What's your name?
John.
Amber's
Fred, by the way.
What's that?
The house.
You remember?
Amber lives with
you. Yeah. Amber does.
Oh!
I want to integrate a lot of things that I feel like I already know and I've learned. I've studied with John Waterett and Dan, a lot of...
Dan who?
John Waterett.
I know who he is. Man. Of course.
Huna, Tony Robbins, the whole thing, and with you. And I feel like, you've integrated a lot of these skills, be they, psychic influence skills or just, human influence in a nice package.
Right.
And
yes, I do have a nice package, don't I? But
so, I wrote down, my intent is to exert unstoppable, powerful influence to anyone or anything, either overtly or covertly.
What was that last part? Either
overtly or covertly, the influence.
Overtly or covertly. Okay, I got your accent now. I got it.
Yeah, to achieve a win-win outcome for all concerned.
Read it back to me one more time.
My intent is to exert unstoppable power.
Exert an unstoppable
powerful influence to anyone or anything.
Okay, let's stop right there. Because when you say unstoppable, the presupposition is that your intent is something that's going to be enforced, and therefore someone may try to stop it. The image that you're projecting as intent is something you're going to ram through, and someone might stop it. So the way to get what you want is to make it unstoppable. The metaphor I want to use here is like a tank, anti-tank projectile. You're going to make your projectile you're firing at that tank is going to be made of reinforced tungsten, so no matter what armor they put up against it, it's going to break through. The presupposition of the way you're stating things is other people are going to have armor up, and you're going to unstoppably blast right through it. You understand?
Right.
The organizing metaphor of your languaging is implying that what you need is more force, and you don't. Okay? Do you get it?
Yes.
This is about precision in language and noticing for those. And if you want to know how to influence people, listen to their metaphor. His metaphor is one of being unstoppable, which means blasting through things. So if I wanted to motivate him, I'd speak in his metaphor. I'd go, you know what? I know we got this wall, but I got a fucking laser that's going to blow it to pieces, and we'll pierce right through it together. Yeah, see? That's his organizing metaphor. But that's not really the way. See, but that takes a tremendous energy. I mean, if I could walk up to the wall and go, dink, I'll give you a metaphor. There's a guy named Tesla. And Tesla was this wild Serbo-Croatian genius who lived at the turn of the century. He was, for example, Tesla invented the first working radio, not Marconi. Tesla, you know why we are able to run this? Tesla, he invented alternating current, not direct current. Okay, Tesla invented the first radio remote-controlled robot. He built an actual working radio-controlled submarine for the Navy, and they went, "We can't do anything with this," and told him to go to hell. Something else Tesla did. Tesla understood resonance. He understood how every material object has a certain frequency that it vibrates on. And he created these little sound things that would cause steel beams to actually begin to liquefy. And he once attached one to a building in downtown Manhattan, and it started to shake, and the police came. The thing was ready to collapse when he took it off. Okay? He didn't punch through that building. He found the resonance of that building and had something vibrate in tune with it. He once claimed he could collapse the entire city or something like that if he could get the resonant frequency. So you need to think less in terms of bursting through than you do in terms of identifying and just resonating with that person. Do you understand? Now, let me make something very clear to you. I understand, I'm sure that given your background and things you've done in your life, it has been necessary to burst through things. And sometimes that is useful. That energy of smashing through obstacles, that is appropriate in certain circumstances. If the only thing you know how to do is to be soft and yield, you're going to get crunched by some situations. It's entirely appropriate, and I'm not just trying to get rapport with you. I'm being truthful. There are times in life where it's completely appropriate to smash through. But you want to be able to look and how about my intent is to exert what's the word? Effective. How about my intent is to exert effective influence? Because effective influence could include being powerful and bursting through. It could also be just gently getting rapport with people. And how about my intent is to exert effective, easy influence? Easy, effective influence. I'll let you formulate it. Okay? To anyone or anything. Okay. Okay. Now, where in this does it say include your being open to being influenced by others? Look at him.
Well, in terms of, when I say a win-win situation, then I'm
Yeah.
open to that as well.
I'm just challenging. There's not a right or wrong here. I'm just trying to challenge people's first thing out of the chute. I want you to think about it. We're going to talk later. She's not a bad person. It's just the way she's used to doing things, and she's stuck. But I'm unsticking to her. Effortlessly. Huh?
All we could say about that.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk. Anyway, moving right along. Yes, you. You've been to an SS seminar, haven't you? No? No? But you are a SS student, right? Yes. Okay. By the way, if you're here to learn to use speed seduction more effectively and get unstuck, how many people here feel kind of stuck using speed seduction? They haven't really gotten the results they want. We'll unstick you. No problem. Yeah, but what would you like?
My intent is to...
Here, you want to hold that, and I'll step away from you.
My intent is to make financially successful films under my own terms.
Cool. What kind of films? That's very well spoken, very clear. What kind of films?
Mainly comedies. I have a wide variety of interests, though.
Okay, so you want to write and direct, or just write?
Write and direct.
Okay. That's a big dream. Requiring a lot of skill, a lot of power. If you could get that, assuming you have gotten that, it's just waiting for you to reach back, how are you going to have to be different in order for you to get that? I know you've maybe thought about how other people are going to have to respond to you differently, but how are you going to have to be different as a person in order to get that?
I'm going to have to be more powerful, more articulate.
Okay.
When communicating with people.
I agree. What else? Here's the challenge. Can you change sufficient as a person in order to get that in the world without taking away what motivates you artistically? Watch him. Boom. You see that? He went, whoa, that was a good one. Here's the big challenge. Do you believe on some level that it's possible for you to change enough in your skills with people to become powerful enough with people without it taking away what motivates you to want to be funny?
Yes.
Yes? Because if you close your eyes just for a second and feel the microphone in your hand and really tune into that, tune into the ability to move people powerfully and be influential, but to do it in a way such that it doesn't take away from what makes you want to be funny and entertaining in the first place, but adds to it. If you could see those two concepts, those two energies melding and blending to form a possibility that you've never really, really, really thought of, I want you to lean back, inhale, and now lean forward into it. Really get that sense that those two things are beginning to merge and join, because that's the big challenge. Can you change enough in your skills in the world with people in such a way that it actually enhances your ability to be funny? Because here's the thing, the better you communicate with people, the more they're going to reveal about themselves. The more they reveal, the more you'll see what's inherently funny in people. Instead of having to make it up totally out of your imagination, the closer you get to people, the more you get them to open up to you, the more you'll have an unlimited range of material that feels really real, because people are inherently funny with the stupid shit they do. And they only show you that when they trust you and they feel you have rapport with them. So wouldn't it be great to realize that the greater your skills with people get, the more your ability to be funny and to write things that people want to see and produce grows and grows. So rather than it being a contradiction, those two things can work together. Now, if you were to take a deep breath and allow yourself to let a word or an image or a symbol form that represents that unique marriage of abilities. I don't know what it is, and you don't have to tell me, but as soon as we're done, I want you to write it down, or maybe it'll formulate or change as the weekend progresses, but that's what you've been needing. Does that make sense inherently?
Yes.
Yes. Because I know a lot of creative people think that, well, we'll get into it later. You don't need to get it. All right. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
It does. I know his response changed. Yes. Not like, good. So each and every time you learn to communicate with people better, you can get enthusiastic and really look forward to how that's going to manifest in your creative work. Right? Yeah. Okay. You're done. Please. Oh, okay. Who else? Is it a little warm in here, or is it okay? Can we cool it down? You know, that's my one requirement, man. You can hang me upside down, but I got to have a cool room. Okay, who else?